All-Indiana Podcast Network.
This is AC's Conversations.
AC's Conversations is about sports, music, TV, movies, and more.
Everything and more.
Everything is ready to go.
That include the latest news and rumors, along with interviews with the biggest names in sports and entertainment.
This
is AC's Conversations with your host,
USA Sports Director.
The man is the real deal.
Let's go to work, fella.
Anthony Calhoun.
All the talk today, of course, about the no moves by the Colts owner Jim Irsay to sign and stay with Chris Ballard and, of course, Shane Steichen for the upcoming season next year. Here with our Colts Insider KB. And first things first, how surprised were you that nothing was done here with this front office and the head coach?
Yeah, I mean, in a way, you should be surprised, I guess, to a degree, AC, when you think you're in your longest playoff drought in 30 years. This team hasn't won a division title in a decade. So, those reasons you would think, okay, that would make sense for a change. This is going to be year 9 for Chris Ballard. But then you listen to Jim Irsay talk, and albeit it's been a very quiet Jim Irsay here in 2024, now 2025, every time he's talked about Chris Ballard, he's spoken about him in just extraordinarily glowing light, even though that resume, I think, lacks a ton of substance. So, again, you think of Irsay's words, not very surprising. You look at the resume, it is surprising.
Okay, so let's talk about the head coach and Shane Steichen. I know that when you look at the struggles this season, there's a lot of folks who have their hands in this, including the head coach and Shane Steichen. I'm sure he would admit that as well. When you talk about him, though, what sticks out about his situation here?
Well, again, he is a first-time head coach. This is a little different than Chris Ballard in the sense of this will just be his 3rd season upcoming. I thought you saw a lot of first-time head coach moments from Shane Steichen this season. And look, he's got a lot on his plate. He wants to call the plays. He has the, I would say, riskiest quarterback, first-round draft pick in years in the NFL. That project he's trying to groom. And then he also, again, is the head coach of the football team. And I think that gets lost a little bit in Shane's eyes. I think he's so crazily focused offensively and with Anthony Richardson that he kind of forgets almost about the defensive attention that's necessary. And that is my next question. Is Gus Bradley, this defensive coordinator, going to stay? The Colts have really struggled defensively under Bradley over the last couple of years. Is that a move? Do we see staff changes with Shane Steichen?
And they did not commit at all when it came to the fact with Gus Bradley. I want to ask you this about Anthony Richardson. When you look at Richardson here, what is the plan here for him with Shane Steichen moving forward?
Yeah, it's going to be a huge undertaking, the most critical offseason of his career. And boy, I mean, his success and growth impacts so many people in that organization. So certainly he's got to get better as a thrower. He's got to become more accurate on the shorter to intermediate throws. He cannot turn the ball over as much as he did this past season. And then lastly, AC, I would say it's a combination of that quarterback standard, living up to the C on the chest as the captain of the football team needs to happen. And then kind of coinciding with it off the field, it's just staying healthy. I mean, you can't ignore that question. 2 years in, 34 games possible, and he's only played in half of them.
Yeah.
So it is such a monumental offseason for him as a thrower, as a professional. And then, in a way, can you stay more durable?
Yeah, and you're talking about 19 games that Anthony Richardson has missed this season, the last 2 seasons, that is, with the Indianapolis Colts. Before we wrap things up, I want to ask you about Chris Ballard. I mean, you actually called for him to be let go by Jim Irsay. Jim Irsay keeping him around for 1 more year as well. When you evaluate him, you surprised by this move by him staying here as well?
Well, again, I'll go back to what I said earlier in that the resume surprises me. Nothing on the resume screams he deserves a 9th year. If you want to go back to 2017 when he got hired, you had new GM hires in Kansas City, Buffalo, and San Francisco. AC, I don't need to remind any NFL fans the success that those 3 franchises have had in the same time that Chris Ballard has been general manager. So everyone's won the AFC South, at least twice in the last 10 years. Home playoff games, again, haven't happened at all. Just 1 playoff win in that time, and that you got to go back all the way to 2018. So when you look at the resume, you won't find a GM that has that through 8 years and gets a 9th year. But somehow, some way, Chris Ballard has defied those odds.
And he's going to speak with the media coming up on Wednesday at 9 o'clock in the morning at the Colts Complex, and we'll have it for you right here on Wish TV. KB, thank you so much for your time. Appreciate it, my man. More with KB, you can see on wishtv.com as well.
Discover more at wishtv.com and when you follow Wish TV on Facebook. Plus, be sure to follow and subscribe to the AC's Conversations podcast and others on the All Indiana Podcast Network. Connect now at allindianapodcastnetwork.com.